The investment committee is answering your questions. First up, a question for Josh Brown, a video question from Tom in Brooklyn.
Hi, my name's Tom from Brooklyn, and my question is for downtown Josh Brown. What do you think about SoFi as a trade?
All right, Josh, there it is.
Thank you so much for your question, Tom. Yeah, thank you so much for your question, Tom. I really appreciate it. I like SoFi here. I think I like it better as an investment than a trade, only because typically when you're trading, if there's not some sort of catalyst that you can identify in advance, you're going by the technicals. And there aren't any yet here because this thing really didn't de-SPAC until very, very recently. However, as a longer-term investment, I think SoFi is growing much faster than many of their fintech peers and is really building a franchise across so many different verticals within financial services that I really think there's a bright future. So I would look at it more of a long-term holding than a trade right at this moment. Thanks so much for your question.
All right, next up, Carrie, a video question for you.
This is Rich from Long Beach Island down at the Jersey Shore. My question today is about inflation. With prices surging at the supermarkets and at the gas pumps, if this continues over the next several months, do you feel this eventually catches up and impacts stock prices and the stock market itself? Thanks a lot.
So, Rich, thank you for the question. It's such a nice day. Maybe you're out at the beach, but perhaps you're watching on your phone. We think that inflation is a sign of a strong economy. Some of it's stimulus, but also this is a strong economy that's generally good for the stock market. What you can do to protect yourself is buy the kinds of companies that can pass on price to their customers. And that includes any subscription models. So we own, for example, Peloton, Netflix, names like PayPal and Visa, which take a % of the take that their merchants get from customers. And Sherwin-Williams, I mentioned Waste Connection. Those are all companies that have been able to build in pricing to their contracts. So it's good for the stock market generally, as long as it's not spiking and staying very high. But excellent question. Thank you, Rich.
All right, Weiss, turning over to you. Connor in Akron says, my average buy price on Freeport McMoran is $29.50. As a 22-year-old long-term investor, do I buy the dip or take my 18% profit and run?
Well, first, let me give an addendum to Josh's answer on SoFi. I agree with his position on lockup expires the end of this month. So if you are going to buy, it may pay to wait. In terms of Freeport, look, Freeport is not a single stock portfolio. So given your age, I think you can wait out cycles. And I think it's got a little more upside near term, not a ton of it. I'd rather see in safe stocks. Having said that, you're going to see a lot more copper going to electric vehicles, and that's really going to drive it. So I own Freeport. It's not a permanent position. Commodities never are, but any dips worth buying at this point.
All right, last question for Jim. Joan in Connecticut writes, Farmer Jim, I followed you into Viacom CBS and made some money, but the stock is trading sideways. Should I buy more, hold, or cash out and move on?
If anything, I think you should buy more. There was a rumor yesterday that Comcast is mulling a bid for Viacom. I don't know if that comes through or not. Right now, that's speculative. But again, I'm going to use this term again. It's the best of both worlds. If they go it alone, they have the mass, the critical mass to do that. They've got 40 million subscribers to Paramount Plus, and they've got 60 million at Pluto TV. If they get acquired, their market cap right now is $27 billion. If Comcast put a modest premium on that, they could easily digest that with $250 billion of market cap. And if not Comcast, somebody else. So either way you win. They go it alone, you're going to do well. Somebody buys them, you're going to do well. I would add to the shares.